Are you intoxicated or something?
What is going on, my fellow YouTubers? This is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports, and welcome to another prediction video. And this is going to be about the most anticipated fight I think I've ever been waiting for, and it's Khabib versus Tony, April 18th, 2020 in Brooklyn, New York. And it's finally going to happen. Let's hope it happens. And for all you guys that do not know, man, they tried to schedule this fight. Holy cow, was it 5 times? So they tried scheduling it back in 2015. Remember the Ultimate Fighter finale in December of 2015? And that didn't happen. Then they tried rescheduling it for UFC on Fox in 2016. Didn't happen. UFC 209 in 2017. Didn't happen. Then UFC 223 2018. Didn't happen, and let's hope that it finally happens in 2020. And this is going to be the greatest matchup in lightweight history, in my opinion. And let's hope that the fight actually happens. Now, the one thing, though, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to set the EA Sports UFC game to legendary and let the computer just duke it out. And let's see in a simulation who will actually win. And this is actually pretty fun doing it because you know, like, based on all the stats and everything, it's a pretty good kind of gauge on what's going to happen. But in my opinion, it's going to be a seesaw battle. It's going to go back and forth. The one thing that I'm kind of disappointed about is I really believe that Ferguson would have had an he's going to have a fantastic chance of beating Khabib, but I think the chances would be a lot in his favor if they did the fight a little bit earlier, because he's 35 years old, and you know, you can't dodge father time. And 35, you know, you're kind of on the tail end of your prime. You're in a way, you're kind of past your prime, but as a fighter, I would say that you're past your prime. And Khabib is 31. Right in his physical prime, so hopefully that won't be a factor for Tony Ferguson. To be honest, I will be cheering for Tony, but I'll let you guys know throughout this video who I think's gonna win. And just like my previous video, the Cerrone-McGregor fight, I'm just on the fence. You know, I was thinking Tony for such a long time, then I was hopping over to Khabib, then I'm hopping over to Tony, and back to Khabib. So it's going to be an unbelievable fight, in my opinion. The one thing, though, with Ferguson is his stamina is unbelievable. He does kind of leave his chin out there. Remember the Lee fight? When he was facing Lee, man, he had his chin out there in that first round. He was getting cracked, but he has an unbelievable chin. And Khabib, he's very compact and very compact in his stand-up game, but he's got that right hand. You guys saw it against McGregor, dropping McGregor in that second round. Really surprising Conor. But Khabib has to understand, he knows, man, he has to respect the ground game of Ferguson. So, you know, we may see a lot of stand and bang action for a while, and just so the guys feel it on the feet. But the thing is, though, with Khabib, if he takes him down, you know, this guy, Tony Ferguson, he's known to be El Cucuy, man, because he is just so unbelievable off of his back. And with Khabib, in his last couple of fights, you know, when he fought McGregor, when he fought Dustin Poirier, and even Barbosa, those guys aren't offensive-minded off of their back. And with Ferguson, he can submit you at any point. And just as Kevin Lee, man. Kevin Lee was doing well in that fight, man. Took him down and basically blew out his stamina. He was gassed before that. Was it the third round? I think it was the third round. And then Tony just got a series of submissions on him and then finally locked in a submission. I think it was a triangle to finish it off. But for you guys, man, here we go. The computer's just duking it out here. I know they're going to feel it out on the feet. I can't see Ferguson going for takedowns, but obviously Khabib's going to be going for takedowns. The one thing that Tony needs to worry about is Khabib's ability to lock his opponent's legs upon taking his opponent down. He did that against McGregor. He did it against Dustin, where he takes his opponent down and then he does this thing where he wraps his legs around his opponent's legs, which keeps his opponent from getting up. So Tony's obviously got to be aware of that and avoid that. But when Khabib gets the fight to the mat, like I said, it's not going to be a cakewalk for him. He's going to be on top of him, landing shots on him, but Tony's going to be moving around. He's going to be doing all these unorthodox things that he's going to try to, go for those submissions, and he's going to try to get up as well. So it's going to be interesting when the fight goes to the mat. As far as on the feet, you got to give the edge to Tony Ferguson just because he's so unorthodox. You don't know what you're going to get. With Khabib, he's got some really good boxing. He's got some really good striking. He also has that wild flying knee that he likes to do, but he mixes up his striking with takedowns, which makes his striking so much more deadly. But I would give the edge on the mat to Tony. Let me know if you agree with that. But Tony does leave his hands down, so he's got to watch out for that right hand. He leaves his hands down, but he's so unorthodox. Do you guys remember that step-in elbow that he did against Kevin Lee? It's almost like where he didn't put his elbow to the side where guys usually throw elbows. He was kind of like straight up the middle, like he kept his elbow vertical and kind of hit him straight with a forearm, like he was hammering a nail into a wall, man. It was really, really cool to see. But looking at this, look at this. Is he going to get the early submission here? But this is the thing, though, that Khabib needs to worry about, those submission attempts. And look at this. Is this fight going to be done? Are we going to see a surprise victory here? Oh, it's over. Look at this. It is over. The simulation shows that Tony Ferguson's going to get the first round submission. I don't know about that, but look at this. This is going to force me into locking in my prediction. Now I'm going to tell you guys, my heart's with Tony. I'll be cheering for Ferguson. I'm worried about Father Time, him being 35 years old. I don't know if he's going to be able to withstand the onslaught of Khabib's takedowns. It's just, I could see it going 5 rounds, and I could see Khabib winning by decision just because of all of his takedowns. He's going to be relentless with his takedowns. Especially Khabib knows that, Kevin Lee, he's a great wrestler, not as good as Khabib, and he was getting takedowns on Ferguson. He's going to try to go for takedowns and maybe try to get that grinding out decision. But as far as the stamina game, I think the stamina that Ferguson has and that amazing chin will give him such an amazing chance. So I feel like it's a pick'em fight. Oh man, I could see Khabib winning by decision. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys this. My heart's with Tony. I would say my heart's with Tony, but my money's with Khabib. I'm going to have to lock it in. Khabib's going to win by decision. It's going to go back and forth, but it's going to be a Khabib by a 5-round decision. Let me know if you agree with me. Like I said, I'm going to be cheering for Tony, and I hope he wins. But if I'm putting my money down, if I'm putting the house on it, I'm going to go Khabib 5 rounds, close decision, maybe even split decision. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let me know if you want to see more of my predictions of upcoming events. And I'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys, this is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports. And you are awesome.